From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave Media production.
What's up, world? It is that time for the premier sports betting show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper. And man, oh man, it is the PrimeTimeAngles Live on IG. And boy, oh boy, as I said to you guys before, just know that these are the final days of us doing this every single day on IG. We're going to go over and put ourselves on more platforms now. So Monday, whole brand new setup, whole brand new everything with the show. We're going to be on StreamYard, and it's going to be on the YouTube channel that I already have, PrimeWave Media. Also going to be on the Twitter as well, too, on the Periscope. So a lot of you guys already follow me on Twitter, so you guys will probably be able to watch right away as well, too. And then we also have Facebook Live as well, too. If you guys don't follow me on Facebook, then just go to the Primetime Angles Show, and that is on Facebook, and it will be there for you guys as well, too. So pretty much, once again, I'll be announcing this all week, so you guys know that probably, most likely, we'll be doing the IG show on the weekends, and I'll be doing the show Monday through Friday on StreamYard for you guys. So make sure you guys keep interacting, keep jumping on everything. It's going to be even more fun. I'm also going to open up a hotline for you guys to call as well, too, while we're doing the show, to ask me some questions and everything about the games moving forward and stuff. I know that you guys always want to ask questions and things like that, and we'll still have the chat rooms and all that good stuff going, and I'll still be interacting with you guys as much as possible as well, too. So I just wanted to go ahead and announce that real quick before we get started today. And man, oh man, the movement is moving. We got more stuff coming in weekly, more sponsors, more ads as well, too. So you guys are a part of something that is moving for real, and I truly appreciate you guys, because it all starts with you first, okay? So pretty much just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there to you guys real quick before we go ahead and get this thing started, all right? So pretty much let's go ahead and hop into it. And the topic of discussion right now, I got to have my 2 cents. Mr. James Harden, I talked about Harden on my show a few weeks back, Hoops 101, about the state of James Harden and where he's going now and how it's time for him to move on from the Rockets. I think the worst thing the Rockets did was start the season with this guy on their team. James Harden has made it very clear that he doesn't want to play for the Houston Rockets anymore. The writing's been on the wall for a while now, and, he's getting a lot of blame for the last decade of why they haven't been able to do much, but I don't really blame Harden. I blame the organization, because I always feel like they never brought the right players in there for Harden. They had to bring in guys for Harden that were like the guys that they brought in for Kobe. You know what I mean? Guys that are going to go put themselves on the line, have themselves out there going absolutely 100 every time out there. And, it's not about, was he an all-star? Was he this and that and third? No, it's just that, do they have a championship mentality? And that's where they failed James Harden at. When you got a player like James Harden, you can't surround him with multiple superstars, guys that need to have the orange, these egos, you know what I mean? Or put them around guys that are already pretty much broken when you get them, but you think that you're going to get something out of them. So this is why I feel like they really did fail James Harden the decade he's been there, to be honest with you, because it could have been much better for Harden. It could have been much better for Houston as well, too. So now it's time to get rid of him, and it's come just down as the 76ers and the Nets. And it seems like the 76ers are having a real problem trying to deal away some of the players that they have. But wouldn't you think that Philly would want to get themselves in a championship position? Wasn't that the whole goal, tanking for 5 years straight to be one of the more dominant teams in the NBA and after a decade or so? And they already have one of the premier big men in Joel Embiid. And this is exactly what Harden would need at this time, is a big man in his prime like Joel Embiid. And would he be a monster upgrade over Ben Simmons? Yes, he would. Because the thing is, he can get you 30 nightly. It's not a problem. But the thing is, though, at the end of the day, James Harden is one of our better players in the NBA. And I know it seems like he's being real lazy right now and everything like that, but this brother's unhappy. And as you guys can see, every superstar in the league has left their team. Every superstar that we've known since 2010, if they were in their prime by then, they've all left their teams. Every single one of them. I don't do NHL that much because the NHL is just... Nothing's wrong with the NHL. It's just that I try to stay in my lane, man. I spend a lot of time on the hoops and the football and things of that nature, and horse racing and things like that. So I'll have some NHL bets for you guys as we go along when it's needed. But the thing is, right now, I won't have anything. But I have my best 5 futures for you Friday, though, for sure. Okay, I know that the league started today and everything like that, but still. Hockey is a mixed bag, man. It's real irritating. But all in all, though, James Harden, great player, but poor attitude. And it doesn't really matter. If you don't win right away in the NBA and you don't really be around winners, it's tough for you to just, win. You know what I mean? And it's no fault of Harden's. It's just that they needed to move on from before the season started. But they didn't want to cater to him. They didn't want to do any of that. And Houston should already knew that they were going to have to rebuild this team at some point. The moment they lost Daryl Morey, that was the writing on the wall that said that this thing in Houston's over. Pretty much point blank. And then they got themselves a rookie head coach. That guy is okay, but he just wasn't prepared for a situation like this. And you shouldn't have had Harden even enter a lineup with him as the coach. I know that they knew the coach very well, but that doesn't matter. James Harden, the moment he saw his coach, Mike D'Antoni, leave, and that's who he loved playing for, Mike D'Antoni, he wanted out. And as you guys can see, he wants to run to Brooklyn, where Mike D'Antoni's at as well, too. Or he'll go to Philly, where Daryl Morey's at. So, all in all, he wants to leave with everybody else. And it is what it is. And he got to fix that mentality as well, too. I agree. A loser mentality. And he's going to have to start getting with the winning mentality. That's why a lot of teams, though, at the end of the day, they know what they're going to be giving up. But you want a championship right now, right? A championship outweighs those 2-3 years of hoping you get lucky in the draft. You know what I mean? So pretty much it is what it is at the end of the day. We move forward. And state of the Lakers right now. State of the Lakers. Lakers is looking really good. 6-0 on the road as we speak. Playing against the Thunder tonight as well, too. And pretty much the Lakers have really looked really good this season. There's a lot of qualms about bringing in a big man, another big man, because nobody really trusts Gasol, blah, 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 blah. But my thing is, Paul Gasol is not too far removed from an NBA championship as well, too. And why would we be asking Paul Gasol to go 120% this early in the season, knowing that he's been in the league for a long time, and he's a big, you know what I mean? So pretty much you can take your time, and I feel like Paul has been playing a good point center as well, too. He gets over there at the top of the key. He's able to help the offense flow a little bit better. Guys are getting their open shots. He's also diming it up to guys who are cutting on the baseline, things of that nature. So there's a lot of things working out for the Lakers in a sense on the offensive end. And sometimes you give up a little bit of your defensive prowess to make up for the offense, to get more offense going. And pretty much that's what it is. The Lakers want to score more. And the thing is, that's why they brought in Trez, and that's why they brought in guys like Marc Gasol, because the thing is, those guys know how to move the rock on offense, dude. And the Lakers defense is gonna be there. You guys got to understand. AD was robbed of the defensive player of the year. Well, was he? It doesn't matter, but AD is top 3 defensive players in the league. He can do what he wants. You saw what he did last night in the game. He gets a block shot. He got that block shot easily last night. So defense to me is not a hindrance. It's not a problem with the Lakers right now. It's just that maybe fans might just want to find something that's wrong with the Lakers. And there's really nothing wrong with this team. This team is actually much better roster-wise than the team was last year. Why would you want to bring back a JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard? Those guys barely played in the last 2 rounds of the playoffs anyway. They were really good from when the Lakers needed them in the spots against teams like Houston, against teams like the Blazers, things like that. And Howard was huge against the Nuggets because they needed him to be physical with Jokic because nobody was being physical with them. Now, this year, when you come back around to it, you got Trez over here playing with a championship team this time. So when Trez gets a little bit off the rails a little bit, you can have LeBron reel him back in. See, there was no way, Kawhi over there with his quiet self, never talking to anybody. So pretty much how you know how people feel until, it's the end of the season, everybody's talking a whole bunch of trash in the last presser of the year. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. The state of the Lakers is fine at this moment right now. So all you Laker fans that are worried about defense and all that other extra stuff, just chill. We're still early in the season. And yes, there will be moves made by the Lakers as well too, but there is no demand right now for them to make a big trade, in my opinion. So it is what it is. And at the end of the day, state of the Lakers, let's see how it shakes out. They got the Thunder tonight. They are a 7.5-point favorite as well too. Do not get too in love though with the Lakers. This is a back-to-back. This is going to be a tough game tonight as well too. But I think that they do have enough to pull it off. But be ready though, because the Thunder are a thirsty, hungry team that's flying well up under the radar. All right, so we move on and we have some fun in the NFL right now as well too. Sammy boy, Thom, get Sammy's stats for me right now. This man, I ain't even heard his name this season. Seriously, every week you just hear Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, and my man from LSU. Even you hear a little bit about Le'Veon Bell, but I never hear anything about Sammy Watkins, though. For sure. I just really never hear anything about Sammy Watkins. And then he has the audacity to do the same exact thing Juju did last week. Don't motivate the Browns. That's all I can tell you. This team is, you got to understand, when you sit in misery for 20 years like the Browns did, and then you're just still doing 37 receptions, 421 yards on a season. No touchdowns, I'm guessing, too, right, Thom? So pretty much, this guy is just out here stealing money right now with the Chiefs. It's talking about, pretty much I wouldn't go that far. So he's disrespecting NFL teams as if they're going to be playing against Duke this week, or if they're going to be playing against, Bethel High School, the Death, or somebody like that. Okay, guys, 2 touchdowns on the season. If you rocking with Mahomes, you don't have a touchdown, and you consider yourself a star in this league or a feasible receiver in this league, you having a bust season because Mahomes gets everybody a touchdown. So pretty much my thing is, Sammy Watkins, I don't know what you're doing, but you shouldn't have did that, though. I think that it's still going to be a great game. It's going to be a game where the Chiefs are already heavily favored. A lot of people are going to be all in on the Chiefs. Everybody has this idea that the Chiefs are going to win the game, but that stuff right there, is bulletin board material. And I seen a team not too long ago, years ago. I say not too long ago, but this is when I got to keep remembering I'm 36 years old. So pretty much, back when I was a kid, Kansas City had a team that was just as good as this team right here. And they were led by a pretty good quarterback at that time, too. It was right after Montana left. And they ran into a Colts team that really shouldn't have been in the playoffs at all that season. And they went ahead and got worked in that game by that Colts team. So pretty much that's what I'm saying. The Chiefs are really, really good. But thing is, though, we got to be ready, though, for somewhat of an upset. The Chiefs should not be a team you trust. I know you guys are in love with the quarterback. He looks good. I give him all the props in the world. Young Marino, all that good stuff. But this the playoffs. Things are different. And as I told you guys before, and I'm going to reference it again this week when we go through the preview. The Chiefs have not covered a game in 2 months. That's risky business to me, brother. That's risky business to me, to be that honest with you. And they handing them a 10 right now, too? Okay. All right, so they're making everything that where it's just going to be a walk in the park. I don't know. Tyreek Hill is pretty much, we'll have to see when we get to the game. Because Tyreek Hill, wasn't he a little gimpy last month of the season? Every time I saw him, he had an ice pack on his thigh or something when he got to the bench. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm with you, though. I think that Tyreek Hill is the difference in this game. But I'm going to tell you one thing, though. I wouldn't want to be playing against Kareem Hunt if I was the Chiefs, though. Because, he knows some plays and that that playbook ain't really changed. And he's going to be giving the Browns defensive coordinator all the tips in the world of what they need to go after. So just the little things, bro. I'm telling you, because I seen this happen with Kevin Kolb when he went back to Philadelphia and literally gave the Philadelphia defensive coordinator the whole Arizona card. He gave the whole, when he played for Arizona, he gave the whole Philadelphia he gave the whole Philadelphia Eagles playbook out, and literally they wrecked those boys that day. So be ready for some situations like that. That's all I'm talking about. So pretty much Chiefs heavily favored. I'm not saying they lose the game or anything like that, but I'm just saying don't get too far, don't get too ahead of yourself. We are still in the playoffs, and anything goes. That's it, and that's all. All right, so let's go ahead and talk some money. All right, up first, ACC Bet List. We got us a good game going off in about 30 minutes, I think. Virginia and Notre Dame today. I like Virginia here. I think Virginia goes ahead, takes care of their business, wins the game by 10 or better. Somebody asked me a question earlier. I wanted to answer it too. Let me go back to that real quick. Man, it was so far ago. It was so long ago. Oh, Porzingis coming back tonight. That should be big. He's going to be a little rusty tonight, so be ready for that part as well, too. We'll talk. I'll get a little bit more into it when we I'll get into it a little bit more when we talk the NBA Super Hot 5. But 9.5 to Virginia, FSU money line minus 175, and the plus 7.5 to Wake Forest. I think Wake Forest is going to be a good home team for us today. I know they're playing against Louisville, but Louisville has had its ups and downs all season. I think that Wake Forest could surprise them a little bit, not win the game, but they can surprise them here. So there goes our ACC bets list. We got 3 games tonight. Let's see how it shakes out, and we move from there. All right, so we have the SEC bets list. We're going to rock with Georgia today. Georgia's in a pretty good spot. Also, Arkansas is in a great spot today as well, too. These are some very tough games as well that Arkansas and Georgia are going to have themselves in. And then we got Mississippi State, who's going against Texas A&M today. Literally, I don't know how you can tell these two teams apart. They wear the same exact colors. So pretty much 6.5 to Mississippi State tonight. I like this bet a lot. So there it is. All 3 games from the bets for the SEC tonight. And they have 1 game that's off tonight as well, too, another postponed game. All right, so we move on, and we have the CBB PrimeTime PK6. And in the CBB PrimeTime PK6, it's a 43-1 ticket. Georgetown money line minus 140. Pretty much Georgetown, this is going to be I'm trusting you guys, even though it's been very tough to trust Georgetown as of late, but they are going against DePaul. DePaul is the bottom feeders of the Big East this year. I didn't think that they would be, but they're not doing very well because they started their season much later than everybody else. So pretty much Georgetown, I got them winning at home tonight, and I like it, minus 140 Georgetown. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we got Dayton going against DeQuince. Dayton's at home as well too. I think Dayton takes care of their business. G-Town got canceled. Damn it. Thank you. We'll figure. When did it get canceled? Like 5 minutes ago? That is janky. But Alpha Advocate, thank you, brother, for the update. So we'll switch that one around. -6 on Dayton. -6 on Wofford tonight, too. Wofford's a road team, so we need Wofford to come up big. They're in a spot, though, where they're playing against VMI. VMI is usually a good pushover, especially in a spot like this against Wofford. But we'll see, though. They are on the road, and we'll we'll see how it shakes out. And then we have Chattanooga money line minus 105, and whoop, there it is. Pretty much, they didn't take 2 hours. I didn't see him take it off the books though until you just it wasn't off the books though. Because I put this together, double checked it 2 hours ago, but it's all good. It happens, man. What you call it? It happens. -6 to Wofford. Chattanooga money line minus 105. +3.5 Tulsa. +8.5 Wyoming. And don't worry about it, guys. I'll go ahead and I'll change the pick six for us real quick. I'll make sure it's right. I'll make sure it's accurate. We get us a good ticket. That's 43 to 1. We just got to scratch out Georgetown and we'll add somebody else here. So it is what it is at the end of the day. CBB PrimeTime PK6, 43 to 1. Let's see how it goes. And damn, this Covet thing, man. Stop killing sports the way you are, man. Damn it. One player gets it, everybody's out. Yeah, and then what they gonna do is the books take the action. Then they gonna know bet that. Then they know bet it like when it's time for the game to go off. So they actually messing with people a lot too. So say if you was over there on your last 100 on the bankroll and you want to get that bet in, and they're not gonna cancel your bet until at least like 30 minutes before tip-off. And say you want to get in a game that's after, after that, then pretty much you at their mercy. So then you got to start thinking about, damn, I got to jump in that late NBA game. Or just wait till tomorrow. So pretty much it is what it is, man. CBB PrimeTime PK6. And those, we got 5 teams here. I'm gonna add another, and I'll go ahead and I'll tweet it out in a bit for us. So we'll see. The NBA is doing us a great favor. At least the NBA lets us know at 7:00 in the morning there ain't gonna be no game. Okay, but you know the college though, they doing this. Okay, 2 hours before tip off. Come on, dog. You can't do that. Yeah. So pretty much, yep, it is what it is. But you guys are right. So let's move on. Let's talk some NBA. And in the NBA tonight, and real quick to the Porzingis question, I think Porzingis is going to have to take 4 or 5 games to get back into motion. He had a knee surgery. So him coming back is huge for Dallas, but Dallas has learned to live without him. And I think Dallas is still a trade away from being a really good team. They got to go get a really good good, feasible bench player, a guy that's going to be up to par, play some really significant basketball for this team. You know what I mean? They got to stop chasing the sharpshooters, 3-point guys, all this stuff. They got to get guys that are good defensively, good on the offensive end. Kent Bazemore would be a perfect fit for this team right now, in my opinion. And then you got other guys around the league as well, too. The kid that plays for Houston, Jason Tate, reminds me of a guy that would do very well with the Dallas Mavericks as well, too. So there's a lot of options out there, but Dallas is truly in need of getting themselves a good veteran who's been around for a while. Like, I would have thought somebody like Carmelo would have chose somewhere like Dallas, you know what I mean? Because that's to me, a better option, because then you playing with a top flight player like Luka, who's going to be feeding you the ball. Then you get to play with Porzingis, all that good stuff. So it is what it is. But the Porzingis Luka show will continue. But you guys are going to have to give him a week or two for that to get back to normal the way that you guys assume it will be. All right, so the over 226.5 Bucks Pistons tonight. Pistons are the biggest dog of the day at +10.5. Then we have the Knicks at +6 tonight, going against the Nets, who are over here being hijacked in a sense by Kyrie Irving, the guy who doesn't want to show up for a game, but he'll show up to the pizza party, to the Senate meeting, all the other stuff, but he ain't gonna show up to the place that actually supplies his paycheck and actually supplies the fame for him. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. So +6 to the Knicks. The Knicks might win this game tonight as well too. So take that into fruition, and I think that it would be a strong bet if you do love the Knicks tonight. And then we have the Lakers and the Thunder. I'm going to take the under 217 here. I think that what's going to happen here is going to be some defense, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to be some defense here, and and we'll go from there. And then we have the Clippers tonight. The Clippers are in a good spot. They're going against the Young Pels, and I think what happens here is that the Clippers have their way with, yes, he is a Cancer. And, yes, I think they do have their way with the Pelicans tonight, simply because they just have their number at this point in time. And I think the Clippers have played them so well in LA, and they know Ingram and Zoe really well. And you just said it right now. They ain't got Zion tonight. That really doesn't make a difference, though. But still, yeah, Zoe out. Hey, we all know why Zoe out. Zoe got to go, Chino Hills is kind of far from Staples Center, so, he got to go chill with the family and stuff today with LeVar. You already know what it is. All right, so it is what it is, man. But 7.5 to the Clippers. They're probably, in the way that we're talking right now, the Clippers may be at 8 or 9. Yeah, that's always a possibility as well. Ingram is a walking 40-50 nightly if he wants to, if he really wants to. So pretty much, there it is, -7.5 on the Clippers. It should be a good one tonight. Let's see how it shakes out. And then my dog of the day is going to be the Sacramento Kings. We got the dog of the day home last night with the Pacers. Today we tried to bring it home again with the Kings plus 140. We actually have a winning record in this bet as well too this month. So pretty much we're trying to keep that trend going. So Kings, go ahead and get us a good win tonight. They're actually going against the Blazers. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how it shakes out, man. I think it should be a good game as well too. So there it is, 31-1. NBA Super High 5 over 226.5. Bucks Pistons +6 on the Knicks. Under 217. Lakers Thunder -7.5 to the Clippers. Kings money line +140, and there it is, 31-1. Let's see how it shakes out. All right, I want to thank you guys so much. Yeah, I agree with that too as well, that Sacramento is very close to being a damn good team as soon as they get some more pieces. All right, so pretty much that's going to be it for today. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at noon so you guys can enjoy some more angles and things of that nature. We're going through a week pretty quickly as well too. Going to be talking, have my NFL preview for Saturday. Going to also be talking a little baseball as well too, about the future of the Mets, just because that's pretty intriguing to me with them getting Lindor. Also, pretty much you guys can go ahead and check us out over on PrimeWaveMedia.net. If you are interested in being an exclusive client, you can go to PrimeWaveMedia.net, choose a package, and go from there. Make sure you confirm with me so then I can get you correct, get you all good to go and moving forward, okay? And then pretty much we have the... We pretty much have some big things on the way. Going to be doing horsing around all weekend and also working on the next Hoops 101 as well, too. So you guys make sure to keep it tuned in. Big things are coming. And, man, I can't get enough of it, all right? So, once again, this is the Premier Sports Betting Show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. And this is the Primetime Angles Live on IG.
Thank you for tuning in to the Primetime Angles, the Premier Sports Betting Show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Captain. This is a PrimeWave Media production, and go ahead and press that subscribe button.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave Media production,